Hi, my name is Stephanie Mills, Creative Director for Next Home Cal Mitchell. We are so excited to bring you this new segment aimed at educating you on new construction opportunities in North Alabama. You'll get behind the scenes information on the home buying process. That's including the hottest builders in North Alabama, how to go about making a smart purchase, and then of course the latest on new construction. So that also will be taking in community sales managers to talk to them, as well as loan officers and home inspectors, just to name a few, for you to know exactly what to look for to find your next home. So here with me today, super excited to have Lou Montoya with Breland Homes and also specifically Town Madison. You are the community sales manager there. So Lou, thank you so much first of all, thank you for coming in and talking to us.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
So go ahead and just tell me a bit about your history with Breland Homes and then specifically Town Madison.
So been with them for the craziest last, just closing in on a year.
Okay.
I think it's been crazy for a lot of us. So Town Madison, same thing, same time frame, which has been new to all of us. So I took over that development. I kind of plugged in and been with Breland Homes, Breland companies, around the exact same time that, it's getting up off the ground.
Yeah.
We all came together. So we all experienced the madness of 2020.
Oh yeah,
and
couldn't avoid it. Yeah, that's for sure.
And the challenges of the uniqueness of the development.
Right, in the midst of going through a pandemic of last year, we were already on the upswing of this area getting hot and building just like crazy. So go ahead and tell us. So you've been in this line of business for a while now. Why, aside from maybe the profitability of it for yourself, but what really is the benefit to you personally about being in the home building process?
Well, it's actually kind of how I got into real estate. I used to go to church with a gentleman who built my family's first home, and it was kind of the smell of sheetrock and lumber, which is weird. I love it.
That's what gets him up in the morning.
Well, yes, it does. But anyhow, so real estate as a whole, since late 2012, 2013, so I've experienced new construction from two different perspectives. As a buyer's agent representing buyers, trying to educate them on every skepticism they might have on new construction, whether it be stress, can we actually do it?
Sure.
The process, what do they have to do? Are they superintending their own jobs? And so experience that, get them through that, but then hopping over. So again, outside of the, just because it is a seller's market.
Right.
So
can be intimidating right now to try to edge into that.
Yes. So, but now, this side of the fence, gosh, the smell of it. And then just these families. A lot of people are relocating here with tight time frames. So to be able to be even involved in a conversation of, hey, you're going to get a home, whether it's 4 weeks or 6 months out, being able to be a part of that, it's really neat, especially having that kind of involvement in the growth that Huntsville's seeing. Everybody that's a part of that growth, we're putting in homes. So it's
a little bit of FOMO going on right now. I don't want to miss out on what's happening in Huntsville and the Tennessee Valley.
What's happening at Town Madison. But
yeah. Well, let's talk about that. So let's transition over. So specifically, I was in Town Madison the other day and literally saw your name everywhere. Here's Lou.
Good.
So yeah, he's excited about that. So just seeing the development there and in its baby steps right now in the infancy that it's happening. I'm seeing a lot of townhomes coming up. So I know that Breland also has the single family homes, but they are working on those townhomes in Town Madison, which kind of makes sense there. But with that area exploding, why is a townhome attractive to someone? And we can go ahead and put that up there for what Breland has available. But what is really the benefit to a townhome there?
Well, it's the entire development being mixed use. We're going to have even condominiums in there. We had them surveyed just a couple weeks ago. But the townhome, particularly, to answer your question, it
looks beautiful. And if you can't see it, you can always go ahead and check it out online. But if you are witnessing it right now, Lou is...
I'm trying to give you a tour.
Giving you a tour.
Anybody's seasick.
That's beautiful. Who's that interior designer?
So that is Miss Pam Alford.
Oh, we should talk to her. But specifically, let's go back to townhome. So go ahead and talk about that.
So we've got, again, the concept of the development is mixed use. So that's with the retail, commercial, and then on the residential side, split up condominiums, work-live spaces, single family, and the townhome.
Sure.
This townhome particularly, I mean, you're going to see these homes. They are brownstone. That's the name of the architecture.
Okay.
You see a lot of this in the Georgetown district in D.C. So that architecture, you're going to see it. These houses just kind of tower over Town Madison Boulevard. They're just, I mean, they're hard. They're gorgeous. Okay. I am a little biased, but I would think they're gorgeous even if I wasn't with Breland. But anyhow, on the townhome, it's, again, part of the development, but we're getting a lot of attraction. We have folks that, we're not selling to that Huntsville resident. Say the majority of our contracts there, they are West Coast transplants. I mentioned DC. We had 2 come this way, going in them. We're having folks asking us specifically for the townhome concept.
Interesting.
Well, they're coming from metro areas that are different from us.
Okay.
And this is the attached home concept is something you see a lot in metro areas.
Sure. So, tight space because it's a big city. A lot of people want to be in it. So
from zero lot line to actual townhomes, this is what they're moving here from and what they're used to. Dealing with a lot of professionals relocating this way. They also, with the low maintenance, our HOA covers everything with landscaping.
Okay. That's nice. So you don't have to mow your own lawn.
Nope. No weeds.
That's great.
Anything. Unless you just want to.
Right. It's like a relaxing thing for you. You get out there and think, but you're like, you don't really have to do that if you don't want to.
Nope. So that's, it's a thing of the past at Town Madison. I'm trying to zoom in on.
Sure.
Well, I'll come back to it. But anyhow, people are specifically asking for it. And so at Town Madison, we're going to be, the Heights at Town Madison is the primary residential district that we're working with right now. Town Madison as a whole is divided into 4 districts that will have sub-phases within them.
What's your favorite district?
Oh, so far the Heights, it's awesome. But the Exchange, which is when you pull in those apartment complex, so that's the Exchange.
Oh, the new ones that are just right as you pull into Town Madison.
Yes.
The station.
There is the station. There's actually a second set being built behind it. Whole nother company.
There's a lot going into that area.
Well, in apartment complexes, it's a multi-million-dollar projects.
Wow. And
these investors and companies that are building these, there's market research done. So somebody's coming in doing over 200 unit apartments going up 4 flights. And these things they're pretty high end, finished, and they're luxury apartments. They're seeing something that we know. So that's on the rental residential side, but we've got J. Alexander's coming in, their parking lot's done.
So that's the other thing I wanted to get into. So there's a lot of buzz for this area, a lot of things that are coming and we're in anticipation of. So out of all of that, why would people want to be the first ones to live there? If there's not anything right now, why do they want to be the first ones there? Why do they want to contact you or contact us?
When I got into real estate, new construction has never really been associated with an investment. Where we are at the height of the market, new construction is now a better investment. Now, that's just kind of across the board. I'm going to tie it into Town Madison, but some of these appraisals that are coming in, the appraisals are supporting, or they're appraising higher than contract price.
Okay.
And so where that's encouraging is these folks are stepping into their homes with equity. Now, that won't be the case. Lumber prices going up and a lot of other commodities. We are heavily driven by the commodities market. And, I mean, we want to protect the investment of our residents there now. So as builders, and it's kind of across the board, we do price increasing. So right now, one of the hardest things that a builder can do is start a new development. So getting it up off the ground and getting that momentum going, and we're going to start doing price increases. So getting in at the ground level, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, so take that, what you just said, and break it down for someone who may not understand what you just talked about.
So if you could have
simplify that.
If you could have bought Google at $13 a share in 2003 or when I just made that up. But back when
it might have been around. We should look that up.
I mean,
how long has been Google around?
It's in the thousands now.
Yeah.
So that's one way to explain it. But another,
so kind of like get into something that's going to take off. That it's headed
it's happening now.
Yes.
I couldn't show you appraisals, and those belong to the purchasers. But even from a different perspective, so the concept of Town Madison is built around the stadium, which it's actually a little bit bigger than that. They just happen to be.
That's what people think of when they think of Town Madison.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, it is. It's kind of the epicenter of it. But again, we're 4 different districts that are going to have some, we've got some major companies coming in from resorts, restaurants, offices. But yeah, so pulling back to the stadium and that entertainment district, which is kind of the driver for these concepts. It's baseball's not going anywhere. It didn't go anywhere during COVID. They just played with, weird poster people in the stands. But so we've got word, schedules out, baseball is going. And something that I really, from playing the sport and being a fan of it, I never really took this into consideration, but we toured early 2020 with Mr. Ralph Nelson, the CEO of Ball Corps.
Sure.
And, he explained of how minor league baseball is, their moneymaker is not even baseball at all. It's the merchandise. It's the food and bev being sold.
So is that what you're saying? That's an attraction to be around that, or?
Oh yeah. So where I'm getting at is these mixed-use developments are built around entertainment districts to
Gotcha.
where it's like little towns or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
kind of a bubble in itself. You don't really
yes.
need to leave it.
Yes. So. But this is, I don't want to name any names, but for mixed-use developments, even in the Franklin, Tennessee, or here in Huntsville, again, not saying names, we have a true entertainment district. This thing was rocking during COVID with the drive-through lights, pups and brews. It's all outside,
yeah.
And so, and that's what they haven't even thrown the first professionally thrown baseball there yet.
So there's things, like I said, there's anticipation for what's to come. So why not get ahead of that and be a part of it right away?
But again, so back from everything's going to be driven. You can purchase a home and literally step into it with equity and move around within the development. Once we sell out of, so again, the 4 districts, the Exchange at Town Madison, then we have the Heights, which is where we're building right now and where this townhome that you saw is at. Then we are actually hopping over. I don't know if you're familiar with the driving ranges at, but that's the Commons at Town Madison.
Okay.
And you cross over Intergraph Way and you will hit the west end, so Town Madison West.
Okay.
A lot of what's being built out there is already a part of it, but there are hotels, the Twice Daily gas station and the White Bison. That's all part of Town Madison West.
Oh wow! So yes, like you said earlier, it's a lot bigger than people may think about.
Oh yeah, 536 acres, which is from Zert Road to Wall Triana. It's huge. But anyhow, each district will have some form of residential in it. And it will be the cottages, single-family homes, condominiums, and the townhome, which is what we're highlighting today.
Yeah, and the townhome, just based off of the photo that there you go, there it is. It's beautiful. It's so you mentioned earlier something even more special. There you go. Let's take that tour. So anything else specific about the townhomes that you just love? Some concept in there that you're like, this is the icing on the cake.
I've
been
trying to get to the kitchen here.
So maybe the island is. I would love that counter space right there.
Let me post up on this circuit now that I know how to drive. Okay, so what we're looking over here, this is essentially our standard kitchen.
I like how the open concept there, that the front door you can just see from the kitchen.
Oh, and you can't even see it from this angle, but in that little foyer area, if you look up, there is
Is it balcony?
it's a balcony that you can
Had that
look
growing
down
up. It
from.
was nice.
Oh, it's awesome. You can look down from the bonus room or your second living room. But I wanted to highlight and see if I can zoom in. That is quartz. That's a gas cooktop.
Okay.
That is a tile backsplash, and still everything you're looking at in here, from fixtures to countertops to cabinets, this is a standard build.
Oh, wow.
The only thing we did different was upgrade the level of the quartz and tile.
Okay.
So you're getting tile on your backsplash and you're getting quartz. We just upgrade the level of it.
That's beautiful.
So now let's turn around. Oh.
And the townhome, is it typically 3 stories?
So no.
What's the?
We build as a company. We do build some single level townhomes. We just closed out a set of 6 at Town Madison that were 2-story.
So it varies. So there's going to
They
be a
do
lot
vary.
of different types of
Oh,
options
yeah.
there for a townhome.
Yeah. While I move this around, I'll also say that we're drawing a lot of our plans. We're drawing as we move onto the lots.
Okay.
So, it's
Just based on need, based on what is that?
based on demand. What's selling? We're
What people like?
taking a lot of feedback. Exactly.
Okay.
So this door you're looking at right there looks like a closet. The design for that was for a dumbwaiter. I did some research, possibly.
Do we have those anymore? Is that a thing anymore?
But if you are or a single person lift, so I did that research. We're not an
Your own
elevator,
personal elevator?
basically.
What?
So this particular one is technically a 2-story townhome.
Okay.
But it has a drive under garage, which is a 30 by 30
Oh.
drive under, which is huge. It's 10
So
feet.
can you get to it from that? Or
So,
what do you?
in there right
I'm just thinking
now.
you walk into that door and you go down to your car. What?
I didn't do this with Kelva when I show it sometimes because it is. So the plan was for it to be a dumbwaiter or a lift.
Okay.
We're not an elevator business, so I don't want anybody to get the
Sure.
impression that we're putting elevators in them. No, but the design was for that.
Okay.
But no, sometimes I'll show it, I'll open it, and I'll step in it and shut the door, and I come out like, I'm just kidding. It's a closet right now.
Okay.
But the design is for that dumbwaiter.
That's so
lift.
interesting.
So-
Okay.
So 2-story home, but it's got a drive under garage. So right there to the right, you can see the doorknob. That's the door to get down to the garage. And so let me spin this around.
Any last highlights for this townhome that you want? Because obviously people can look at this. If you can't see it yourself, you can go ahead and get a tour of that online, or also a personal tour that we're going to be doing later. Ooh, he's having fun just exploring the entire townhome.
The last thing is just the finishes.
Sure.
So the built-ins, the coffered ceilings, everything you're seeing there is a standard build.
Okay.
But anyways,
And that's beautiful.
But yeah, actually at Breland Homes, NorthAlabama.com, you could take a look at that.
Oh, perfect.
Get a full tour of it, or just come out and see me.
Absolutely. And we're going to be going ahead and doing that upcoming. So that's something to anticipate as well. But thank you so much, Lou, with Breland Homes and Town Madison, for coming in and talking to us about it. It's been fun.
Thanks for having me.
Cool. So if you enjoyed this segment, you can get a personal tour like we just talked about, and find more information through a Next Home agent like Brittany Brown. You can reach her by texting Next Search to 855-553-6100. But again, thank you so much, Lou. This was amazing. And you can also like our Facebook page, My Brand New Homes, and join the private Facebook group for behind the scenes access to these communities that we're featuring. And you just need to check the comments below for the link to that. Just stay tuned next time. So this was awesome with Breland Homes with Lou here. But next time we're actually going to be talking to a custom home builder. So we're switching gears a little bit. And we're going to be going with Rachel Brown Homes. But thanks again. I'm Stephanie Mills. Have a great day.
Thanks.